Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I wanted to do something a little bit different today and actually give you guys a bird's eye view of where I was fishing in the past couple videos. Hopefully, this will just be an interesting perspective as a viewer to see where I was around. And also, what I thought would be really cool is if you do see a spot that you think would be a really nice place for me to go fish, or if you think it's going to be a honey hole, then let me know in the comments below. I would love to go fish there and see what I can get and bring new content for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. As some of you guys know, I'm located in just around the panhandle of Florida. So primarily where I was fishing was in the St. Andrews Bay and in the North Bay. So to be a little bit more exact, I'm launching from this dock right here. I forget what it's called. I think the Lynn Parker State Park. And let's go ahead and walk into where I was fishing. So my first spot was this shallow waters right here. I had noticed that this might be a indication of depth change, and also that maybe there was some shelving that fish could be at. So this is the first spot that I was fishing. Saw a lot of fish jumping out of the water. I was throwing the shrimp initially. From there, I decided, because I was seeing a lot of fish on the surface, that I would throw the topwater lure, which was the Head Super Spook Junior. Unfortunately, I was unable to catch something, but I'm going to be keeping this on the radar because I know that the fish are kind of congregating around this area. So hopefully I can get lucky in the future. As I was moving on, I did want to stop at some man-made structure and just try and see if I can throw a shrimp right next to the cement column that this power line sits on top of. Again, unfortunately, I was unable to catch fish, but I thought that was going to yield something, maybe like a sheep's head. So I'm going to continue to fish this. I think to do something a little bit differently, I really want to let the fish just hit the bottom and then from there jig it. I think maybe I was a little bit hasty and not letting the fish get all the way to the bottom. So maybe that's something that could help change the outcome a little bit. So although I didn't get any fish, again, I do want to continue and come back to these spots because I feel like some fish would kind of take shelter around this. The interesting spot that actually yielded a lot of bait fish. So because I was unlucky here, I actually decided from that point that I was going to actually look for birds, because birds, especially if they're feeding, would indicate that there's a lot of bait fish, and bait fish would indicate that hopefully there would be predator fish. So there was a lot of bait fish and also dolphins, which were really cool. But there was a lot of bait fish around this area. I didn't put it in the last video because the video was getting long. There was a whole lot of bait fish to the point that where it almost made the water look like it was raining on the surface. I tried to replicate and mimic the bait fish as best as possible. So I actually threw a spoon with a small soft bait, a minnow, on the behind it. And interestingly, it has a treble hook kind of stuck in the bait's belly. But I think the issue with that was because it was such a small minnow, and again, the bait fish were super small, so I was trying to mimic it as best as possible. Because the lure was so small, or the spoon was so small, I don't think it had the weight to get any depth when I was casting and then reeling. So that might have been the issue there. I'm going to take all these things into consideration and just make a little bit better decisions out there to sway the outcome the other way. From there, I made my way over this way. I had seen a couple boats fishing around this area. Not that I saw them catch anything during my entire stay there, I was trolling with a small spoon because there was bait fish around here, and I was just doing fun stuff, just casting and seeing if I can get anything. So by this point, I've really condensed this down, but by this point, these few spots have resulted in me fishing for about 2.5 hours, filming some side talk here and there. So at that point, I decided I was going to make my way back. So that was when I just, on my way back, would stop by whatever structure I found. There were some, what are those, kind of, not port lights, but just navigation poles that I would stop by and see if I could get any bites off of a crankbait. On the way back, I did stop at this really cool man-made structure, which is abandoned and it's decommissioned. It looks fine here, but when you're there in person, it does not. Like, this bridge is snapped. But around this dock, broken dock, I thought that I would get lucky and just be able to kind of cast within man-made structure. But unfortunately, I was unable to get anything there. But this is, again, a really good spot for me to keep my radar, or keep on my radar. On the way back to the docks and the bridge especially, I was fishing other docks like this. I was mainly throwing shrimp. At that point, I wasn't really throwing the topwater. If that is a mistake, let me know in the comments. I would love to get your tips, especially if you're a local or are really knowledgeable in inshore fishing. Would love to get some tips from you guys. So let me know in the comments if that was a mistake and if I should have actually been tossing some topwater lures around these docks. From there, I thought the day was over, and I was like, hey, you know what? I really got to try one other spot where a lot of fishermen get lucky, and maybe this was like anti-beginner's luck where I was just getting, I was just getting screwed. But everyone can catch fish by the bridge. I don't know what was happening today. I hadn't seen a single person catch a fish all day, nor did I catch any, but on my way in, this is the dock. On my way in, I just thought, hey, one last spot, we got to try it. So I spent some time fishing under this bridge and the pillars, putting really good casts in the areas that I was looking for, and nothing. I was fishing with the Storm 360 GT shrimp, and I was not getting any bites. And it's a 1/4 ounce jig, and I thought I was really getting down there and doing what I could to up my chances. But yeah, funny enough, I got skunked even at the bridge. So that kind of concludes the spots that I was going to in the previous videos that I have made. Again, when I do a video of this format in the future, I'm gonna be posting what I'm gonna be looking out for as I look for new spots around here. All of these areas that I went to were very much calculated, and I'm going to continue to keep them on my radar. If you think they're not the most effective spots, let me know why you think so, and maybe I have to reconsider. But I thought that they had really good indications of fish potentially being there. But future videos, I will again recap some of the spots that I have fished, what went right, what went wrong, and also I will be bringing videos like this where I'll show you what I'm looking for as I go out there in the future. So thanks very much for watching this quick video, guys. Hopefully it was interesting to get a bird's eye view into the place or the area that I am fishing, and I'll see you on the next one.